Welcome back from that break. Let's take a look at news and business. In business today, prisons have acquired wood drying kiln worth 500 million shillings, which dries timber in 1 month. Robert Munanura, Commissioner in charge of prison industries, says normally drying timber takes 2 years, but the state-of-the-art kiln, which uses firewood and hot water, takes a month to get the wood dried completely. Munanura has explained that prisons has been spending 40 million Uganda shillings to dry 2,000 pieces of timber with the private kilns in Shireka, each piece at 20,000 shillings. But the new kiln will reduce the total production cost to 2.5 million for each round of seasoning timber.
We have been using approximately 40 million to dry 2,000 pieces of timber. 2,000 times 2,000 pieces times 20,000, which is 40 million. But now we have estimated, and our total production cost will be about 2.5 for each round of seasoning timber.
With a production cost of 2.5 million, the department will save 1,500 on each of the 2,000 dried pieces. The kiln that works 12 times a year has a capacity of 800 to 1,000 each side. In 2016, President Museveni directed all government institutions to purchase furniture from prisons. So far, 30 ministries and agencies have placed orders for furniture in line with the President's directive. Nakawa Division Mayor Ronald Barimwezo commended Prisons Department for the facility, saying they have maximally utilized money in an appropriate way because there is value for it.
If it had been another institution, this facility would have costed over 2 billion. But for them, they have maximally utilized the money that we are given.
Bank of Uganda Governor Emmanuel Tumusiime Mutebere says it is commendable that the Uganda Bankers Association has focused attention on the potential role that finance can play in leveraging the agriculture sector. The value added by agriculture, forestry and fishing as a percentage of gross domestic product declined from 49% in 1991 to 28% in 2000 to 26% in 2010 and down to approximately 24% in 2018. Over the same period, employment in agriculture as a percentage of total employment declined from 74% in 1991 to 70% in 2000, remained at 70% in 2010, and rose to approximately 71% in 2018. While the contribution of agriculture to national economic growth has halved between 1991 and today, the share of the population that is employed in the sector has hardly moved. Moreover, 68% of the population is engaged in subsistence farming. The governor applauded the Uganda Bankers Association for embracing the role that can be played by the financial sector in transforming people into a non-agrarian workforce and urban-dwelling populace. But, he adds, it will take a comprehensive approach by all sectors to bring about this transformation. That was news in business. Now for Pearl of Africa series today, we look at CP Falls. You cannot go to the eastern region of Uganda and miss seeing the waterfalls known as CP Falls. They straddle 3 districts, which are Kapchorwa, northeast of Sironko, and Mbale. The waterfalls are famous for offering unforgettable memories from the activities one can engage in, such as rock climbing and hiking. Let's take a look.
CP Falls is a chain of 3 waterfalls. These are vividly seen when you are in the eastern part of Uganda, specifically in districts of Kapchorwa, northeast of Sironko and Mbale. The CP Falls area is the starting point for many hikes up the mountain Elgon. The most popular route starts in Budadiri and flows the Sasa Trail to the summit and then descends down the Sipi Trail back into the Sipi Falls. The Sipi Falls area is a cave which makes this place top the list of all vacation. Many find this point best for taking pictures after a long day of continuous hikes. Locals around the Sipi Falls use the water for various activities. To some, it helps in domestic work, which includes bathing. Others engage in swimming, something you need to give a try after that adventure. Hikes around the falls offer stunning views of the slopes of Mountain Elgon. It is advised that those organizing trips here can do it through the Uganda Wildlife Authority or the local private operators.
For more Pearl of Africa stories, visit our website www.newvision.co.ug/Pearl of Africa. You can also grab yourself a copy of the Sunday Vision that carries more of these stories. Now, for our special report, we continue looking at murders that have rocked the country following the gruesome murder of a border cyclist whose murder was captured on CCTV camera at the end of June. More shocking details emerged that Derek Mulindwa was not only a victim of John Bosco Mujisha and Tamale, but many more have fallen victims and their motorcycles stolen. New Vision TV continues to bring you murders that have left the country in shock.
The month of June was a month also full of murders. On the 3rd day of June, a report came in of Beatrice Kabana, 38 years, a mother of 3 children, whose throat was slit open at her home in Kasasa West, Bukulula Sub-County, Kalungu District, and the preliminary investigations indicate that she had a long-standing land dispute with family members, that she took a large portion of the family property, which annoyed other family members. On the 4th day of June, a fatal murder was reported where a family of 8 was murdered by a relative. Annette Chomukama, in her late 20s, and her children, Apofia Kanshabe, 10 years, Osbat Niwamanya, 8 years, Oscar Tarimweba, 5 years, Claire Ankunda, 5 years, Adela Orishaba, 9 months, and Mary Omugisha, 6 months, were killed by her mother, 65-year-old Chomhanji, who had suffered from a mental illness which could have caused her to allegedly commit the murder. This happened at Nombe Tubi village in Kashari Sub-County, Kashari County, Imbarara District. The 11th of June had a report of Rogers Bakashaba, a senior 5 student at Chigeze High School, who was stoned to death when the students of Chigeze High School attacked those of Nyabikoni Secondary School in Nyakanyiriro Cell, Nyabikoni Ward, a Central Division in Kabale Municipality. On June 12th, mobile money murders were highlighted in the New Vision. Harriet Narada, who had been operating a mobile money business for 12 years, escaped death when robbers shot her 4 times in the legs and abdomen on April 21, 2015. But after 4 years, the robbers attacked again, killing the 33-year-old woman and her employee, 25-year-old Maureen Nakabubi. The two had locked themselves inside their booth at Zana Trading Center in Makindye, Sabagao Municipality, Wakiso District, to balance books of accounts, and later moved out with Narada when they were shot by armed men. June 19th, we saw Private Jonah Katsime, number RA 226838 of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, who shot dead his colleague, Sergeant Peter Owuma, number RA 185084, after a misunderstanding, before also getting shot by other officers in the Owen Falls Dam in Jinja. Both soldiers were attached to Marine detachee on the Jinja Bridge. 20th of June, we saw Abed Kalume, a border rider and a resident of Bulama village, Buyengo sub-county, who was suspected for killing his wife, Rose Tibangika, 27 years, for refusing to grant permission for family land to be sold. A report on June 25th, Hajat Bintu Juma Namwenje, 37 years, was murdered by two Panga welding thugs that stormed into a house located at Banjo Lumansi village in Bombo Town Council, Wera district, and slit her throat in the presence of her son, Arafat Senyangi, 4 years, before taking off with 30 million shillings. On the 27th of June, two suspected thieves from Karamoja were killed in Ngariam sub-county, Katakwi district. They were sighted hiding in a corral in Olupe village, Ngariam sub-county, where they took off after an alarm was made, and the victims' bodies were found at the spot. More than 10 kilometers from the area, they were sighted with no document identification and had been disfigured after a mob justice. On the last day of June, CCTV footage gripped the nation after watching two young men murder Derek Mulindwa, a border cyclist in Mengo, Lubaga division in Kampala. There are signs of justice for Mulindwa since the killers are now before the law. July is almost ending, but there were some notable murders. On the 9th of July, the police in Kira Police kicked off investigations into the murder by shooting that occurred at Quality Supermarket Nalia in Kira Municipality, Wakiso District. Arnold Ainebiona Mjisha was shot on the mouth by Moses Angoria, a security guard attached to Saracen Security Company, while guarding at Quality Supermarket. The most recent murder was reported on July 21st. Residents of Muchingo in Chihe Parish, Nyakimana Sub-County, Kisoro District, are still in grief after their fellow resident was shot dead by unknown assailants. Isaac Sendegea, a 37-year-old lawyer, had a firm called Isaac Sendegea and Advocates based in Chisoro, his home district. He was shot at the door to his home at about 1 a.m. on Sunday morning, shortly after he had parked his vehicle. There are many more murders that may not have been recorded. However, the government is beefing security with recruitment of over 20,000 local defense unit personnel.
And that was New Vision TV News. My name is Lynn Komjisha. I leave you with a fact file. Thank you for watching.